My mother, for example, expects me to marry a good Christian girl. Notice my eye roll. Lady Bracknell expects her daughter Gwendolyn to marry someone of equal or greater social status. It is this fixation on the suitor's social status, rather than her daughter's affections, that make Lady Bracknell seem less than sincere in her role as mother. Lady Bracknell constructs her superficial character by presenting her disapproval for Jack through a series of rhetorical questions and calculated phrases that betray her lack of interest in Gwendolyn's feelings. Throughout this speech, Lady Bracknell speaks in an exaggerated style and consistently asks questions with either no answer or one which she provides. For example, she says, "To be born," and then, anticipating Jack would protest at his comment, she counters, "or at any rate bred," cutting him off should he wish to respond. With each argument she wins with herself, Lady Bracknell adds energy to the dialogue and allows herself to make leaps of logic. Using this style of speaking, Lady Bracknell is able to compare Jack's inception at Victorian Station to the French Revolution and absolutely observe hyperbole. This argumentative style reveals the superficiality of Lady Bracknell's character, as her complaints and questions hardly relate to her daughter's happiness. Her less than earnest concern for her daughter's well-being is also revealed when she explains Gwendolyn is a girl brought up in the utmost care, using utmost meaning extreme or maximum, and then describing any potential marriage of Gwendolyn's as an alliance gives the audience the impression Lady Bracknell views her daughter as a social asset rather than a child. By treating Gwendolyn as a bargaining chip rather than a daughter, Lady Bracknell once again establishes the superficiality of her character. Lady Bracknell's concerns and prejudices highlight one of the foremost themes of the importance of being earnest, the triviality of social rules and expectations. Her treatment of both Jack and Gwendolyn is humorous, and yet it is a barbed humor that calls us to criticize her standards. The cloakroom at Victoria Station. Mr. Worthing, I confess I feel somewhat bewildered by what you just told me. To be born, or at any rate bred, in a handbag, whether it had handles or not, seems to me to display contempt for the ordinary decencies of family life that reminds one of the worst excesses of the French Revolution. And I presume you know what that unfortunate movement led to. As for the particular locality in which the handbag was found, a cloakroom at a railway station might serve to conceal a social indiscretion. Has probably indeed been used for that purpose before now, but it can hardly be regarded as an assured basis for a recognized position in good society. I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to try to acquire some relations as soon as possible, and to make a definite effort to produce at any rate one parent of either sex before the season is quite over. You can hardly imagine that Lord Bracknell and I would dream of allowing our only daughter, a girl brought up with the utmost care, to marry into a cloakroom and form an allegiance with a parcel. Good morning, Mr. Worthing.